So, three of us sitting down for the first time.
Yeah.
The very first, just Joshin with Derek. So, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'm Josh.
I'm Josh.
I'm Derek.
We're just Joshin.
Thanks, everybody. No, just kidding. Just kidding. So,
Just Joshin, yeah.
this is our first ever show.
First ever.
First ever time we've sat down in front of a camera on purpose, not in an interview room in a police station.
Well,
Yeah. First time.
Yeah. So, all right, fellas, we talked a lot about getting this show started. We've hosted App News AM together. We've done some things. This is our first show, and this is the first thing we want to talk about. We want to talk about it's right at the beginning of the end of the old year, beginning of the new year. We want to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions.
The resolution.
Where you stand on them? Do you do them? What do you think of them?
Shit.
I 100% agree. I mean, New Year's resolutions to me, it's one of those things. Why wait?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this today. Like, it's not like, oh, maybe it's the breaking point of a new year, new me. Like, no. If something is important to you, you'll do it now, right? Like,
You wait till Monday. You always start everything on Monday.
But if something is important to you, you don't have to wait until the new year. You don't have to. You don't have to think about stuff. And quite frankly, this is not exactly an easy time of year to start new things.
No,
it's
God,
cold
no.
and it's shitty out, and no one wants to be around outside. So if you're thinking I'm going to get healthy, there's the weather issues that make it really easy to be like, oh, it's snowing, I'm not going to the gym today.
It's been 50. Shut up.
okay, this is.
I get that, but I'm saying overall, like
I
an
get it.
overall thing.
I get
like,
it.
If something is important to me, and I'm like, man, I want to make this change, then I don't know why you would have to wait until the new year or the resolution. Like, people are always like, oh, I'm going to give up caffeine after the new year, or I'm going to give up sweets
lit.
after the new year, or what? But
Fucking quitters.
why? I just don't. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not a big resolution guy.
No, but like you said, if you're going to do it. I don't need to go to the gym on Monday and there's 3,000 people in there because new me.
Yes.
Yes.
I have.
Have you been to a gym?
Not intentionally.
That's your New Year's resolution.
No, it's
I
not.
took a wrong turn to Albuquerque once.
Yeah, went in there and then went way south. Played some basketball with Michael Jordan. Went through.
That was Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
that was Space Jam.
Yeah.
That was Nintendo.
I know.
Okay.
Still counts.
So I mean, but going back to it, I think you go in there and it's like everybody's like, why are you so mean to new people coming in? Because you're going to quit.
Right.
Well, it's so, like, you brought up a good point. The gyms are going to be absolutely packed because everybody has the same idea. So if you're going to go to the gym and get in shape, number one, especially someone like our age, I'm 40 years old, and if I want to go back and get in shape, the last thing I want to do is do it in front of a bunch of other people.
Hey, round is a shape.
Not my thing. You know what I mean? Like, not how
I have quite an assortment of clothes racks in my basement. From past New Year's resolutions.
Are you that as seen on TV guy?
Not that bad.
No, he's like, this will fit me again someday.
I'm buying a medium to make me feel better.
No, I don't do that anymore. That's no. Talking about sizes of clothes. We'll get there in a second. But this New Year's resolution, I only make one every year, and I'm going to live forever. And so far, I'm doing good on keeping that resolution.
Boy, but that's a big one because when you fail it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I won't know.
Go big or go home.
Go home.
Yes, yeah.
No, the New Year's resolutions. Those that if you need that, awesome. If putting something on that calendar is going to be the thing that makes you do it, fantastic.
Yeah,
but there's to me there's a lot better ways to do it.
Yeah, if you're the person that, and there are people out there that are psychopaths that they set a resolution and then they complete it and their life changes. Most people aren't that way. Like, that's not how you. Like, I can say right now, hey, I'm gonna give up caffeine.
That's a lie.
There's no way. I'll make it a couple of weeks, and I'll make it maybe a couple of months. I'll be fine. Like, I mean, I knocked off energy drinks for quite some time. It wasn't a big deal, but
I think Mike Cardine had a problem if you.
He would. Dude, Joe's would go out of business. Yeah, because they would switch. If I go in there and I don't buy the same thing every day, they're like, "What is wrong with you? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Like, they freak out. But I could do it, but I don't really want to. I'm not doing it because it's not like I have a health issue that I'm dealing with or something like that. And that's my whole point. Is if a doctor comes to me and goes, listen, your heart is going to explode. You have to knock off the Monster Energy drinks in the morning. Okay, I don't need a resolution to do it. I don't want to die.
You're not going to wait till December 31st?
Yeah, I'm not going to wait a couple of months and go, I'll just wait till the new year and then I'll kick that off.
Yeah,
I'm
going to probably do it.
But there's businesses that are making millions of dollars off of this New Year's resolution.
Right.
You know how many Pelotons or Bowflexes
Sure,
are
for
going to be
sure.
sold December 31st.
Well,
gotta
because you
buy
can't give them-
You got to get a subscription to a bike that you pay an astronomical amount of money for.
But that's the thing.
And the shoes.
Imagine right now if you gave your wife or your wife a Peloton for
I
Christmas.
love my life. That ain't happening.
That's the thing. You can't do that. My God, you get murdered. But for the new year, honey, we're gonna get in shape. I'm gonna get us a Peloton. Now it's because you love us, and that's what it is. But if you bought it for Christmas or a birthday present, you
You're
get
an ass.
slapped in the face.
I got dish sponges for Christmas from Stacy.
Is that a hint?
Well, I do enjoy doing my dishes, and I have a particular way. So, not all of those things that are deemed bad gifts are necessarily bad.
But going back,
I got the
okay.
Scrubby Daddies on that.
Buy your wife a piece of equipment and be like, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll be living on your couch.
Here's a brand new bathroom scale, honey. How's that go? No. These places figured out that marketing the New Year's resolution is how they make their day.
It's the same thing with the Easter Bunny.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just I don't know.
Badmouth the Easter Bunny, you son of a bitch.
So,
What's your New Year's resolution? If you would make one, what would you do?
Honestly, I think it would be continuing what I'm doing. Like I feel like I'm moving around a little bit better. I'm eating a little bit healthier. I'm paying
I just
more
watched you
attention.
play PlayStation 5 for 2 days straight.
It's been 4 days straight. Thank you very much. But I don't often get
Hand-eye coordination.
But I still,
working
I
out
still
mind.
managing. I'm actually feeling better than I felt in several years, and it's no big change. It's just, hey, man, I'm not going to have that second portion, or I'm going to have the quarter pounder instead of the double quarter pounder. It's literally just those simple things that I've been doing over the last few months that I've gone down a few belt loops, and I feel like I'm just going to continue to.
You look good.
To continue to work on that. Like that's what that's what I'm going to continue. It's not a new resolution. It's just I want to continue doing what I'm doing. And I mean, it's not earth shattering. I've lost like 14 pounds in the last 6 months. It's not huge, but
it is huge. Good job.
But,
Good job.
but at the same time, like it makes me. I can get around a lot better now. I feel a little
But
bit
you
more
do walk the
energetic.
dogs everywhere.
Not a lot. The poor old dogs, they're not getting along so well. They don't walk as many miles as I do anymore. But it's just one of those things. Like I feel better. Like I feel more energetic. I don't have to set an alarm so much anymore. I don't sleep in. I just get around. That's what I would do. I mean, I just want to continue what I'm doing. So maybe I can continue to feel a little bit better.
See, I would take that same aspect, but I would kill a couple portions instead of eating so much at one sitting or going out and getting the 2 double cheese and the chicken.
Right.
Like, hey, let's just have not the McChicken.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you can't get rid of the McChicken.
I know the spicy McChicken's where it's at.
No, even the regular McChicken.
No.
It's too spicy now. I don't know.
All right. Wow.
We'll be right back.
Anyway.
Wow.
yeah.
No,
Anyway.
you really just said a McChicken is too spicy?
It's the yes. I had one a couple
We'll
weeks
get
ago.
back to that. But
It's too spicy.
resolutions here. If
Okay.
you get back to
Resolutions.
So I'm
Yeah.
going back to portion
Keep us on
control.
focus. That's my resolution.
And just kind of watching more of what I eat. There.
I would agree. Not getting any younger.
I know.
I kind of feel like I'm Mr. Burns in that episode of The Simpsons where everything is just perfectly
Everything's
balanced.
so bad it's balanced.
Yeah,
just right.
sometimes
Yeah.
I feel that way.
So
Sometimes-
you know, like 42.
40. Don't want the hairline fully yet. There's a lot to work on, but again, it's not going to be a resolution. To the resolution side, I would tell people, rather than making the resolution, get yourselves a board of directors, personal board of directors. Somebody, not necessarily your spouse or significant other,
I'll be your board of director.
but somebody to keep you accountable.
What are you eating there?
Yeah, somebody.
You see
that
that the talking
You want
Exactly.
The guy kicks in the gym.
Do you want me popping up in the McDonald's drive-thru going, put it down?
There's a reason you're not on my board of directors.
You smack that food out of your mouth.
Baby
You'd be 115 pounds. I'd be smacking the bush light out of your hand, eating the cheeseburger in front of you, and being like, "You can't have it."
So okay, board of
Maybe
directors.
we need
Why?
It's not a bad idea.
Yes, it is.
If you need accountability, that's what a whole New Year's resolution is, and then people
So
peter out by
who's your
March,
board?
April. It could be anybody.
Pick your top 5.
It depends. The hell is this? MySpace? It's top 8. Thank you. But you can have different people for professional, for personal. It doesn't have to be the same people, but somebody that you
do you
can
meet
trust.
on a weekly basis or bi-weekly? How do you do this?
Have phone calls monthly to say, hey, this is
Zoom
what's going
This was
on.
an AA meeting.
You're going to
No, because I don't go to meetings.
you're meeting by Zoom for Foodholics Anonymous.
Whatever you want to call it. But whatever. I'm just saying
So-
there's
so-
different avenues
so you
for
need a
people other than a
food-
resolution.
Foodaholics team.
No.
We'll nickname it Fat.
Damn, you've been sitting on that one. You've been sitting on that one.
We'll name it fat. Just the way you're so proud of it. So proud of it.
You got your fat board.
Trademark pendant, folks. So you can't have that. That might be
his. That is all his.
That might be a thing.
That might be a thing. Yeah. Welcome to Fat. How can I help you?
So now we've got the resolutions out of the way.
that.
Let's go back to the spicy McChicken is too spicy.
No, not the spicy Mc. The regular.
regular.
They changed the damn recipe ever since they took it off the damn dollar menu.
What do you put on it?
Mayo.
Do you do the mayo and lettuce?
No lettuce, just mayo.
Mayo and pickle.
I know what you.
I don't like McChickens.
I know.
I'm a filet of fish guy.
I have a guy that he orders those, puts ketchup on it.
Ew.
I know.
On fish?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know.
Why?
And I'm a guy that puts ketchup on his ketchup, and I wouldn't even do
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
So, how do you think it's too spicy?
Because it had some spice to it.
So, is your ketchup spicy?
No, I don't put ketchup on my McChicken.
Is Sprite spicy?
Sprite can be spicy. McDonald's Sprite, yeah.
Okay.
Do you eat their buffalo sauce?
Never had it.
It's super spicy.
You're super spicy.
All right. New year, new me, right?
You're gonna try ketchup on.
You're gonna try
hamburgers.
McChicken.
Okay. So,
I'll get a McChicken here right now if you eat it on camera.
all right. I haven't had lunch.
Done.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So I'm not for people just tuning in that have no idea, I'm not a ketchup condiment guy. Like, I don't
What do you
like
call
ketchup.
ketchup?
I don't like mustard. I don't like any of it.
It's a
When
tomato smoothie.
It is. It's a fruit juice, basically, is what it is. I don't like any of that stuff. When I go to a fast food restaurant, and I order a burger. I order it plain, and people think that I'm a psychopath because of that.
Yeah, I do. I think that of you.
I don't like it. I like to taste the burger. I don't need all the crap on it.
Do you put A1 on the steak?
Yes,
Why?
because I like it.
Don't you want to taste the meat?
I do. If it's a good enough steak, then not necessarily. I like barbecue sauce. I love pizza, which has tomato sauce on it. I like spaghetti. I like all. I just don't like ketchup.
Just ketchup.
There's so many things I
I
question
really
about
hate
our
tomatoes.
friendship.
Like, I really hate, like, a chunk of tomato will make me gag.
So you don't eat salsa then?
I do not.
Chips and
I
salsa.
love salsa.
I hate salsa.
So what do you do at a Mexican restaurant when you go eat?
Queso, baby.
No.
Steak and rice.
1000%. That's my go-to
No.
order at La Fiesta.
Fajitas. Fajitas Texan.
Steak and rice with the fresh made tortillas, the
Yeah.
big, huge, long pieces
That
of
way,
stretchy
I'm
steak.
with you when it comes to some of the
Little
some
piece of
different-
carrots
some
and
of the-
rice with the queso all over the
No.
top of it. So
Some of the
good.
ethnic foods, I'm still got a pretty simple palate with that. So I like going to Mexican now. Steak and rice, please. That's like wearing a
That
t-shirt.
is not-
That's like wearing the
that-
t-shirt that says "I'll have the chicken
Right.
tenders, please." I get that.
The pork burrito's pretty good too. If you want to branch out there,
California
If you like
burrito's good.
refried beans, they're
Yeah.
good.
Refried what?
Refried beans.
I thought you said something else. I thought you said brains. I'm like, what kind of place you eating?
Yeah, I've just turned into a zombie. Don't like
No, so why do you go, why do you go to a Mexican restaurant and just get steak and rice?
because
it's
steak and
delicious.
rice.
No, you got to try something else.
Why?
Why not?
Why would I have to try?
Knew you, knew me.
Okay, so that's a whole thing right there. Why in the hell do I have to like what you like?
You don't. But
Why?
why?
Shut up!
Why do you
I
go
don't
to?
like it. I don't care.
Why do you go to a restaurant and not try new shit?
Sometimes I do, but there are certain things like the.
Will you eat sushi?
I've had sushi.
No, God.
Why?
No.
Do you like fish sticks?
So
I like fish sticks, but it's
okay.
that's pieces of mini fish. Breaded
I
is
don't
not
like.
fish.
I don't mind sushi.
I like sushi.
Some of it's okay. Some of it is absolutely wretched, but some of it's okay. Yeah.
Motherfucker won't eat ketchup. Sorry. That's a counter. There's one.
No, see, so like I will branch out on some certain things, and as I get older, I'm far more likely to eat something. Like 10 years ago, if I'd went through the McDonald's drive-thru and I said, "Hey, I want my double quarter pounder plain," and it didn't come plain, I would have thrown the whole thing in the trash.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't have brought
I can
myself
vouch
to
for
eat
that.
it. I would have been pissed about it, and I just wouldn't have eaten.
But that's-
now I can just scrape it off,
Here
and
at
if there's
home.
still some on the bun, that's fine.
That's also when the double quarter pounder meal was like $5 and a penny.
Right.
So to your question on why don't you go somewhere and try something new? Have you seen some of the prices? In this economy, I can't afford to try something new and risk not liking
Okay,
it.
don't take your 37 kids. Take you and yourself.
3. And they're picky. They're
Worse than
me.
you.
Yeah,
I know. So,
Yeah.
have you offered your wife to go out to sushi?
No, but I can tell you the answer right now.
Why?
Well, that's going to be a no.
You think?
I'll call her up right now and ask her.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd love that. I'm sure she'd
Hey, we're on the show.
But, so you got shocked. I'd be like, I've had sushi before.
I am shocked.
I liked it. Yeah. I love crab rangoons. I like egg rolls. Like, I like those kind of. I love them. I absolutely love them. I just don't like chunks of tomato.
The crab meat ragoons, egg rolls, uptown.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
So good.
You ever had that?
So good. I miss Qingdao's crab rangoons.
Yeah.
Like, I would go to
5 minute
town on those things. Oh my god.
It was a sad day when Faye left.
But you know the bad thing is, I love Faye, but you used to have to like hover.
Like hold your plate. Yeah.
Because she's like, you done?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, but why? We're still egg drop soup.
Yeah, so like I'll try different things, and I'm way more apt now, the older I get, to try something a little bit.
How long ago was it you
comfort
tried
zone.
sushi?
Oh,
So I sure as hell did not have that on my bingo
probably
card.
7-8 years ago.
Oh, really?
Probably because
There's one at a time we can go.
when I worked at my previous job,
I like my
there
food
was we had a program where you could get fresh sushi, like a PDI or somebody, one of the distributors would bring it in, and so we would get these trays, and I was like, man, it doesn't look terrible. Like I mean, maybe this is going to be all right. And so I was like, yeah, and so I was
Did
like,
you eat it
well,
with the rice?
yeah.
Wasabi, put a little wasabi on
I'm
there.
not going wasabi.
Have you tried it?
I do, and it's just I don't know. It's bitter to me. I don't like the taste of
flavor?
it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
and I'm not sure. And I don't think I've ever had
Okay.
true wasabi because
So-
I think that would make my eyeballs pop.
I
out
think.
of my head.
I think we just need to do a road trip and take you to eat sushi one time. There's one in Tumble. It's delicious. It's cooked
Why me? Well,
because he's tried it. He would have been the first one I bet didn't try it. I would have bet my paycheck he hasn't eaten anything besides a cheeseburger in like 6 years.
I mean, do you think that I'm the guy that'd be like, hey, I go into a fancy restaurant and be like, do you have chicken strips?
Yes.
Like, no, I'm not that person. Like,
I am that guy.
I would have bet money you
I'll
was.
order a steak
I had
or
a-
something.
I had
Like-
a mortgage conference and at hotel in West Des Moines, and good food, but it again not to my liking. And our hotel was right next to a McDonald's, so I
Oh my
ate a
gosh.
couple bites.
Are you that tight-ass guy that's like, can I get the children's meal, please?
No, I'm not that. I know I'm a creature of habit. I'm walking across the parking lot. Stacy calls me. She's like, "Take it you didn't like the lunch." I'm like, "Nope, heading over to McDonald's right in the."
Do you have your Lifestalker 3000 on?
Yeah, we do.
So
Keep track of
that
each
was
other.
my issue when I would go to these meetings in my old job, and they would have these box lunches, and they were all sub sandwiches, and
everything under the sun on them,
every
yeah.
friggin' one of them had a tomato on them, and I couldn't eat it.
I can deal with the not having the
like,
lettuce, but you get that tomato taste. I get you on that.
That's
I don't
the
like
thing. The
tomatoes.
tomato soaks into the bun, and it's just
Yeah.
gross. Like
I
I,
love
just can't
tomatoes,
do
though.
it. And so that I
It's
struggled
fun.
a lot with that. But it was just kind of one of those like, I can get over it. And now, again, I can stomach it at this point. Like I don't gag like I used to. But like I love peas.
I love peas.
One of my
Peas.
favorite vegetables ever is peas. Like I love
My
my
son loves
mom
Brussels
makes
sprouts.
cream peas and potatoes. So good.
What? Okay, cream peas and potatoes?
Uh-huh. Yeah, fresh out of the garden, man. Like the fresh red potatoes diced up and peas, and it's
Is
just
it just like chunks of potatoes?
yeah, big chunks of
Okay.
potatoes in there. It's so good.
We need to talk to
So
Mom and
good.
see if we can
Yeah.
get some of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my go-to birthday ask every year.
Is it?
Yeah.
The last time I ate at your house, I had Dad screaming at us that you guys are stupid. We're going to go put windows in the house now. Come on,
Yeah,
dummies.
Well, it happens from time to time. It happens from time to time. All right. So, where's your line with food then? Like, what's your big time? Nope, I ain't ever eaten it. Not even gonna try it.
I don't have one.
Nothing.
Nothing. I go to
If
like
it's
my
still
wife.
moving, or not cooked.
Calamari. Have you had a calamari?
Yeah, it's
I've
delicious.
had fried calamari.
It's
God,
gross.
been
It's
forever.
good.
It's
It
Really?
tastes like
If
a
you go to
movie.
Florida and get it nice, if you go to somewhere that get it cooked professionally and right, like they know what they're doing. If you go to
No,
if you go to a bar and you get some fried calamari and it tastes like rubber bands, it's nasty.
I don't know. It tasted
Yeah.
like wet chalk to me. I
How
couldn't
about
do
fried
it.
gator?
I don't know if I've had fried gator, but I have had gator meat.
Oh, gator's good.
Yeah, it was okay.
I
Gator
haven't
wants
had
his
it.
gap back. Sorry.
Jesus.
Random thought.
Don't let the intrusive
I
thoughts
had
win,
good
buddy.
thing, Buzzard Billy's in Des Moines. It's
delicious.
School board conference. Mike Moore always gets the gator and talks about it.
Oh yeah.
Can never-
Is that what you people do? You just go to Buzzard Billy's?
Yeah,
up
we don't
there?
go to any
All right,
conferences.
fair enough.
So go to Florida. Have you ever had grouper?
I don't know if I've had grouper.
Get the grouper stuffed with shrimp. It's so good.
Okay. Last time I was in Florida, I had a blackened chicken sandwich, like a Cajun blackened
Okay,
chicken
so
sandwich. It was
here's my
so
question:
good.
why do you go to a place that has the freshest fish, seafood you can buy, and get chicken?
Because it was the Villages, bro. It was a sports bar, and they had a Cajun blackened chicken sandwich on the menu, and I was like, oh, that looks good. They didn't have grouper. We were in Orlando. I wasn't on the coast.
They still have grouper in Orlando. I ate it there.
Not at that particular restaurant. They didn't. It was a sports bar.
Have you been to Florida?
A few times, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Again, in the
honestly,
villages. I was the youngest person
Not
within
a seafood
600
guy.
miles.
But you did some golfing, right?
No,
You were around all the old people. You didn't golf.
mini golf.
All right. Deal.
That was it. Yeah.
So what? Okay. So I don't have one that I won't eat. What's yours?
Yeah, it just depends. I mean,
No, it doesn't. What's your threshold?
What's my threshold? I don't know. It depends what kind of restaurant we go into. I mean,
Any food in the country. What would you not eat?
sushi to start.
So raw fish.
Raw fish. I want it to be cooked.
So sashimi, not sushi.
Sure. I'll take your word for it. Give me a burger and fries and I'm good to go, obviously.
Chicken strips. Don't lie. You want chicken strips.
Not all chicken strips are created equal. I mean,
Amen.
it's hard to screw up a burger, although many places have. But there's some chicken strips that you get and you're like, what? No.
So you sushi, sashimi, that's kind of like your...
I'm not going to say I wouldn't try it. But the hot food, like your Thai food, your Indian food, things like that, I would probably enjoy the food because I am very sensitive. I'd be
You're saying that
I'd be shitting if that happens.
Your medium is rolling.
Yeah. See, as I've gotten older, I enjoyed things I didn't like before, onions and this and that. However, as I've aged, my body doesn't agree with that. So it's one of those things.
Okay, so you're
maybe
sensitive.
maybe that's my resolution. Get
Okay,
some good gut health.
so you have the princess palate.
I'm going like if I'm somewhere and somebody puts down like
Sure.
the whole squid on the plate, that's
But why not try it?
because that's disgusting. There's a mind over matter thing that I am unable to get over. Most of my issue with food is texture.
Let me ask you this.
Like, that's
I would
most
agree.
of my issue with food
I would
is
agree with
texture. But except mushrooms, and there's a fungus, and that's athlete's foot, and I don't know why people eat that crap.
You go pick them up, bread them, fry them. So good.
No, you're eating athlete's
I
foot.
don't care, it's
John
delicious.
Madden spent his entire life trying to get rid of that stuff. Boom, tough acting, and you're just eating it.
I don't think it's the same family. It is a fungus.
It's a fungus. It's the same
It's delicious.
thing. It's the same thing. That your logic right there would be like, well, I can eat a baby because it's a mammal just like a cow. No, it's gross.
Why did we go there? That's a whole weird.
Wow.
I'm just saying, it's a fungus. It's gross.
We do not condone eating of babies.
Never.
Here at the show.
So what's chicken of the
Easy.
sea?
What? It's tuna. I'm not Jessica Simpson.
So for the younger viewers out there, about 15, 20 years ago, there was a pop star who thought chicken of the sea was actually chicken and not tuna. I believe they do actually have a canned chicken.
They do.
I don't know.
You don't eat
We
canned
wouldn't
chicken?
care.
Starkist, maybe.
Oh yeah, I love canned
I
chicken.
love canned chicken.
Costco.
I love
Costco.
canned chicken.
Costco, buy it in bulk.
Okay. So I know we're just like randomly throwing stuff out here as our first go, guys. So hold on tight because this is a wild roller coaster of a ride. At 42,
Ish.
maybe.
Ish.
So I found growing up, 80s, 90s, we kind of had the push of here's all the new cool stuff. Now in my 40s, I'm like, ooh, I want the newest
Yeah.
gadget.
Yeah.
Do you guys find yourself wanting
Yeah,
it?
for sure.
Yeah.
Because
So-
the new Samsung watch, I'm like, I want it. My wife's like, you have one.
I'm in a different situation than you two.
Yeah, you are.
Because I'm single and have grown-up money,
Are you single? Do you want to say that again?
which means I'm not married and I got grown-up money. Okay, like I can go do stuff like that. Hence why I have a movie theater in my basement. Like it was a pet project, and I was like, this is gonna be cool. Oh, I want that sub. Oh, I want a PS5. I'm gonna go buy one. Like,
Add to cart.
yeah.
Amazon is your best friend, isn't
Yeah,
it?
like I mean, it's just like it's one of those things. Like, yes, for sure. Because I remember as a kid when the Nintendo came out, I mean,
Right.
that was the coolest thing ever. And then I saw it in a catalog because that's how we saw.
That's
things
how you
back then.
open books, folks.
There was the newest, hottest video game.
Sears
Or
catalog
my
about
buddy
that
up the
big.
street, he got Mr. Dream's Punch Out. Man, I got to get this, and then it progressed and progressed. The Sega Genesis. I can't tell you how many times I mowed my neighbor's yard to save up enough money
Right.
to buy the Sega Genesis.
I did
next.
that this for
You know.
Christmas. I gave my kids. I'm like, where's a book? Like, where's the old catalogs? I used to feel like so cool, like circle in it.
Yes.
I want that.
Dog ear in the
Yeah.
page.
And now my kids are like, I have that. I'm like, oh, you're spoiled little shit. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, for sure, I always look at the next newest thing. Like I have, and my big issue is with vehicles. Like I counted up the other day how many cars I've had since I turned 16, and it is well above the average of a normal human for their life.
Goes through vehicles like I go through socks.
Because I'm sitting
because
here,
he can.
and I love
the warranty's running out.
I love my pickup. I love my pickup right now. I really do. But I find myself on Car Gurus all the time, just scrolling around looking to see what else is out there because I was like, I'm kind of bored with it and I want something else.
The car we drove with Sam's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
You weren't with us. We went golfing.
Yeah.
Derek doesn't golf.
Well, she had that loaner for like 3.5 months.
Yeah.
To be
So-
fair,
You told me that story.
Yeah, so
I heard that piece.
the loaner,
Yeah.
it was where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, it had a sport mode. We didn't know about rock crawling mode, which should not drive that down the highway.
Don't drive that down
That was a bad idea.
What does sport mode do?
It on this particular
Oh, it did a
vehicle,
lot.
it literally changed the sound of the exhaust.
It went from boom.
Like it
it deepened.
Like it went into sport mode. It lowered the chassis and it did some obviously tuning in the engine, changed it. And I mean, you
sounds
hammer
like
into
that's
that
gonna be
bad boy. And I
expensive
was
when
like,
that wears out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because, so like, do you even wear an iPhone watch?
No.
An Apple?
No.
What is it, Apple?
Apple Watch. Yeah,
iWatch? Do we call it an iWatch?
iWatch, yeah,
Samsung? iPhones.
I'm connected enough with my phones as it is. I
went a different route with this one. I went off, like, it's not off-brand, it's a Fossil, so it's a name brand
Oh,
iWatch,
nice.
but it's not Samsung.
So you went
it's not-
straight to the 90s. Look at my fossil.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I did because I don't need to. I don't know. I've had this one for a long time.
At 40s, I like to track my sleep.
Do you wear that when you sleep?
Yeah.
How the hell do you do that?
I don't know.
I would have myself cut up. I'd be laying on my face and just wrench across there. I would just like beat the crap
I'm
out
not
of
a
myself.
2-year-old child. I don't
I
know.
am. I toss and turn like
So
I'm
do
an
I.
infant.
Uh-huh.
So do I.
I woke up tangled up in my own blanket this morning. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able
God
to make
forbid you ever get a CPAP.
it. No, let's hope not.
They make them wireless, right? Because I roll around too much for that.
Let's hope
crap.
not.
But no,
I did that
I
choking
literally
myself.
have to track my sleep, my steps, and my heart rate. This age, I'm kind of self-conscious. I'm like, hey, my watch is...
So-
I've got a program.
Yeah.
Hey, Tubby, time to get up and walk.
So here's the thing about the step tracking thing. I used to do that a lot. Like I would track my steps in my previous life at my previous job, and I would get home and I would look, and it'd be like 44,000 steps that day, and I didn't leave the 20,000 square foot building, and it just sucked the life out of me. And
When you
I
look at that,
wasn't.
and you're like, oh, that's 10 miles. To
Yeah,
go.
like I walked to Moravia today
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
work. It didn't make me any healthier. I wasn't doing any better.
Okay,
Just
just
part of that was we worked in a grocery store, and so everything was just right there.
Right, but at the same time, like that much movement, and that much activity did not make me any healthier. I found way more that it's about counts more what you do with the 7,000 steps than the 40,000 steps that you put out.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
But that's me. I like the step counter.
Yeah, I do like the shiny new things though.
I do.
Like I definitely do, and I have a serious problem
Do you?
with that.
Oh wait, you have too many kids.
Oh, the kids like the shiny things.
Yeah.
They got an Oculus VR headset.
They like the shiny thing?
Yeah, shut up. they got the VR headset for Christmas. Of course, I had to help set that up.
Did you play
I'm
some?
sure you did.
I did.
Did you get okay?
We got
Did you
to
get sick?
No.
Okay, I played a VR game one time when my kids first got it, and I'm like, ugh, oh god, gotta stop. Motion
I don't
sickness
know
is.
that- I've never
it's
done
my
the
enemy.
whole VR thing, but I imagine I
It's-
would enjoy it quite a bit.
It's pretty cool.
We
There's
can
a-
take you over to my boy's house. He's got the whole living room projected, and
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the new stuff. But again, yes, I'm grown up and I have grown up money, but unfortunately, I have 3 spawn that cost quite a bit.
So,
And
Wait till they get 18.
I was going to say we got kind of 3 phases here. Mine are middle school and elementary. Yours are now out, so you've got that going. So we kind of.
I have to babysit his kids still.
That is very true. Very true.
He does. I pay him well to do that.
Yeah, to be fair. But so on the new technology thing, like was thinking about this the other night, and we were all kind of raised in the golden age of the video game entertainment type stuff.
Right.
Like everything was really budding at the late 80s and the early 90s, whether it be
So 96, 97, Nintendo 64. That was the best Christmas ever.
See, and mine, I go back and I still think about this. 1987 was the best Christmas I've ever had because that's when I got my Nintendo. And I still have that thing almost 40 years later. I mean, it's the greatest thing ever.
No save button on that one, children.
No,
No, my kids found that out the hard way. Ryan, my youngest,
Yeah.
was playing
Yeah.
it, and he's like, da, 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 and he falls in the hole. He's like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh, you're dead.
Start at the beginning.
And he goes, well, no, I was at level 5. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you had 3 lives.
Yeah.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, that's not how that works. But like I've really stayed with the video games like all the way through.
Yeah.
Like I had the Nintendo, and then I went Sega Genesis, and then PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation
Did you not
5.
get into the Xbox?
I did. I had an Xbox for a very short time, and I hated the controller.
Yeah.
It felt like I was carrying a dinner plate, and I just never really liked it. I was always more of a PlayStation guy. But I look now at like past and how many memories, like nostalgia that I have for old video games. Mm-hmm. So for Christmas this year, I don't know if you guys have seen these Ambernick devices. Like if you've seen videos on these things, well, they're handheld video game devices, and now you can, with an SD card, literally put thousands of games on them. And these are retro video games on this thing that looks like a Game Boy, but it's got a screen about yay big on it, and it has like 4,000 games on it. And I'm talking everything from Nintendo to arcade to Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1, the whole thing. And I was scrolling through and just like running down memory lane about how much time I spent playing video games as a kid. And I just don't wonder, like, what's that going to be like in 20 years for like your kids when they go back and like, oh, I played God of War Ragnarok on PlayStation 5. And what is going to be out there 30 years from now that they're going to sit back and go, you remember when that was a piece of crap on the PlayStation 5? Like, what's...
PC is now huge. Like, my kids are all PC.
Yeah, my
PC
kids are
gamers.
starting to ask about it, and it's like, nah, this is a console family.
Yeah.
No, that's what I thought too. I had an Xbox kid, and I have 2 PlayStation kids. The Xbox kid now is a PC kid, and one of my PlayStation kids is like, ooh, I think I want a PS. Or a PC.
Yeah.
And it's like, for all those who mouse and keyboard on the PlayStation 5, you go to hell.
PC to me, and this
Make
is
sure to
off
click
topic,
that
but
like and follow button.
PC gamers
Like
cheat
here,
too much.
somewhere.
It's all these
know,
mods and all that
and-
kind
yeah.
of crap, and like, oh, you just change the game, and it's like, eh. But kids anymore now, they don't, like, the story mode in games is almost non-existent. It's all about the online multiplayer, and I could give a crap less about any of that stuff.
So on the new Call of Duty, my kids bought it, and they don't play. That's online, like you said. I went to do story mode.
They don't do story mode. They're just all about the.
They are all about.
See, I hate online unless it would be playing something with you guys or something. I don't care about fighting.
Yeah.
Joey loves mommy 67 at whatever.
Joni loves Chachi.
Yeah, there you go. But I don't care about that because I try to do what I want. I use GTA as an example.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission in story mode, and some little asshole comes up and blows me up. I'm like, dude, I wasn't even messing with you.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. That's my purse. I don't know you.
So that's kind of my point.
Are you serious?
Right.
Yes.
Like with the shiny new stuff.
Grinds my
Talk
gears.
about GTA.
Yeah.
They've announced that GTA 6 is coming out sometime, right? Like Rockstar finally came out and said
already rumors it's already pushed back.
this game is
whatever.
it's being released sometime. Yes, we've confirmed we're making it.
Yeah.
I'm already drooling, waiting for this thing to come
I'll
out.
have grandkids by the time that
I'm
thing
gonna
comes
come
out.
out and tell you guys this. Never got into the GTAs. Never played them.
Derek will remember this. When Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out, we both took the day off. I had pre-ordered it, which is the only time I've ever pre-ordered a video game in my entire life.
Target, wasn't it?
No, it was on cue.
Oh.
On cue. And then all the time.
Yeah.
Way back
Because we're old, right? And I remember I got up at like 6:30 in the morning because they were supposed to open at 8. I got up and I drove my happy ass all the way to Ottumwa, and it was kind of rainy, icy out, like it was kind of crappy out. And we get on queue, and there's a line of like 50 guys standing out there, all waiting to get this game because it's supposed to be the coolest thing ever. And they fling that gate open because it was the mall. They had gates back then, and we all go in there, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, folks, the UPS guy hasn't got here yet." What? Yeah, they're not here. We'll let you know as soon as they're here. Probably be an hour or two. Usually gets here around 10. Nope. It was kind of like that whole Seinfeld thing about you know how to hold a reservation.
No,
I'm like,
you know how to take the reservation.
Yeah.
But you know how to keep the reservation.
Well, I was like, I want this effing game. Like, I've taken time off of work, and I'm working part-time, barely scraping by as it is, to be able to do this. I want this game. And so hung around, nothing, and people are starting to get mad. So Walmart was still at the mall back then. So walked on down there.
It's been a few years.
And nope, don't have it. Okay, ran to Target because it was just down the road. Now sold out. No, only pre-orders only. But you had it. Oh yeah, we had them. Well, then why didn't this effing place have them? I'm so mad. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just fuming about this. And I look over in Kmart. And I'm thinking,
The big K.
whatever.
K.
Like, whatever. I mean, surely to God, it's going to be the same as Walmart and Target, whatever. I walk in there, and there's a display 4 feet wide of Grand Theft Auto Vice City sitting in the middle of their... And they're like, yeah, it released today. We really thought people would come in and buy us out. And I was like, oh, okay. So I grabbed it, and I got in the truck, and I started heading home. I get to about Albia, and I get a phone call from On Q. Hey, it's here. I don't want any more, so somebody else. Quick. Like, I'm already on my way
Surprised you
home.
didn't go over to OnQ just to be that guy. Be like, BK has it.
I really thought about it, but I really want to get home and play it, so the hell with it. So 3 people
So-
over there.
Talking Vice City, did you know that's available through Netflix right now?
So
The game?
The
so
game?
apparently, yeah.
Okay, is
I found
Netflix still a
out-
thing on... Actually, Bloomfield still has a red box, just so you guys know.
It's still in Redbox, yeah, but
You can't do it
yeah.
on your TV, but you can do it on mobile device. So like I downloaded it to my iPad, and I can paired my Bluetooth controller to it, and you can play it just like old school. It's got,
Okay.
It's got.
When the hell did Netflix get video games?
I just saw it. Hell, last week I
Netflix, can
think.
you comment on this, please?
Yeah.
What?
So they've got a handful of games. They got the trilogy.
I would think I've been a Netflix customer since they were mailing DVDs.
Yeah, no, I saw it on.
For the love of
I saw
God,
it on
why wasn't
TikTok.
I notified about
I
this?
saw it on TikTok.
I'm looking for this.
Yeah.
Had to get my phone.
Yeah, pull your Netflix up on mobile. They've got games.
But,
My 8-year-old likes it. Yeah, I know.
bro.
Yeah, I
Gotta see if my wife changed my password. You guys ever had that where it's like, shit, which password was
So
it?
while you're looking at it,
Yes.
speaking of Netflix with this whole password sharing crackdown thing,
Hey, guess what? I don't know.
what I mean, what is going on with? I mean, why? If you're Netflix, why are you doing that? And then why are you spending a whole bunch of money? Like I see that lately,
Yeah.
they have like the Mario Brothers movie that was supposed to be on another streaming platform. How much money do they spend on that damn thing to get it on
Yeah.
Netflix?
No, here's what I don't like. I pay for YouTube TV.
yeah.
Fan of it, like
Yeah.
it, here we go. But I wanted to watch a movie. It just came out, but it's on YouTube to rent. I pay you a damn subscription. You can't let me watch that movie?
Yeah, you pay $80 a month for YouTube TV.
Yeah, I want to watch a
But you
movie.
can't.
Why can't I watch a movie?
Yeah.
And then the other part that pisses me off is I've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I wanted
Any of
to-
them?
Any of them,
Wow.
right? I haven't had cable or didn't go to the movies. Like, whatever. Well, we went on vacation one time and I started to watch this. Like, okay, I want to see this now.
Right.
You can't find that damn thing anywhere unless you go to Amazon Prime and rent it.
It's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
I don't have Disney Plus.
We'll get it.
Why do I need 37 streaming platforms?
Exactly. These streaming platforms.
Hey, can we share passwords? Or how's that work?
I'm going to tell you right now, the streaming platforms, and I know where you're probably going to go with
Yeah.
this, but I think that this is the best thing ever.
The streaming platform?
The streaming, all the different streaming
Yeah.
platforms, because now you can pick and choose. Like, if you're a Marvel guy, get Disney Plus. If you're a DC
True.
guy, get Max. Like, that's what you, because it's all there and it's all encompassing. If I only had one thing to
just
watch
get
on TV, it's Disney Plus.
Get you a
Seriously?
good VPN and a Fire Stick.
Yeah.
But search YouTube. There's other videos for that. We're not.
Yeah, we're not
advocating
We're
that
not
here, but-
condoning
but yeah.
pirating.
So, Disney Plus.
Yeah,
All the Marvel.
How,
movies.
okay, how many streaming services do you have?
all of them.
You pretty much. Yeah.
So you're that idiot that pays for 37 streaming platforms because I'm cutting the cord.
No, I'm that because I like to watch all that shit. Like I didn't. Okay, so I did get rid of cable because I was paying an unholy amount for what I was watching
Right.
on cable. And for what I got rid of on that, I got all the other streaming services for what I was paying for all that. So now I can literally watch anything that I want
At any
anytime.
time. What's Disney cost you?
It's like $6, $7
Yeah,
a
it's
month,
like,
I think.
but
But it depends if you get the.
Well, mine's like $8.99.
Okay.
But it's Disney Plus, Hulu,
Hulu,
and
and
ESPN
ESPN.
Plus.
Are you the guys that do you pay for the extra with no commercials?
1,000%.
I did.
Absolutely.
I did.
1,000%.
Hulu came out. They had a Black Friday deal. You get a year with ads for like $1 a month or something. So I stopped my no ad subscription. Signed up under another email account to get this promotion. So yeah, with 47 different email accounts to get
Listen,
the promotions. when they come
I
out.
know that my
You're the asshole that I have to have 16 usernames of Senate 263295
Yeah.
because you've oh look I need this one.
yeah
Pretty much.
I'm a big no commercial guy. If I'm paying to watch something, on a streaming, like on YouTube TV, where I'm just cruising through and I'm watching a football game or watching The Simpsons or whatever,
okay.
I'm down with it. But if I'm paying you $15 a month because I want to watch, and you put a commercial in the middle of my goddamn movie, I'm coming for you.
Wow!
Listen, I'm okay with the ads coming like in between. Like, so I was watching, I don't remember what it was, Big Bang Theory, maybe something. I don't know, just something to have on while I was doing other things. Just like it's one of those like comfort food shows.
Yep.
It's always on. I'm okay with the commercials in between the
As they're
episodes.
supposed to.
Like, I'm cool with that. But if I was watching.
So you missed it in between the episodes.
Yeah, in between the episodes. I'm paying for that streaming service, by God. You take that thing and you shine it up and turn it sideways.
At least some of those, the commercial breaks are where they need to be. But
Right.
I couldn't tell you which service it is now because I don't remember it. Again, I got too many of the damn things. But when it just randomly will cut to
There's
cut to
one,
the
and it
end.
starts with a P, and it's got a mountain.
We're not saying their name because they're not paying us yet.
But I'll be watching a movie, and it feels like it just snap in a commercial, and you look up, and it's like 240 seconds because it's got the little tick down, and I'm thinking, no.
You turned it on at that point.
No,
Didn't you?
I'm like, you know what? Cancel the subscription. I don't need it. In 240 seconds, I can find this movie somewhere else. Don't put, for number one, make it make sense where the commercials go. Like if there's a natural pause or something,
break.
I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'm going to be okay with it. Number two, don't put the goddamn timer up there. I don't need to look up and go 280 seconds.
You know why that doesn't?
Because I just stare at that thing like I'm an obsessive.
No, here's the deal.
I'm not paying attention to the commercial anymore. I'm watching that thing.
At your age, you'd be like,
277.
I have 244 to go to the restroom.
No, I'm not that guy.
Yes,
I'm not that guy. I'm sitting there going,
Derek,
238, 237,
Absolutely.
236,
Get 'em, man.
235. Like I'm hyper fixated on that, and I was like, it's got to go away.
What about? It might be YouTube TV that does it. Where they give you your Zen or your interactive commercial experience.
Okay,
Your thoughts on that?
The interactive commercials piss me off.
Because if you don't do anything, you get a longer commercial.
Yes. Number one, I don't
great marketing on there.
I don't care. I don't care about the feminine hygiene product that you're putting up there. Okay. At least know the audience that you're putting it out to. That my name is on the subscription and it says male.
Whoa! With time out.
Technology and
Can't
shut
do
up.
that.
Shut up.
Can't do that.
With the technology now, there would be enough incentive there to put I don't know.
Flag on the play.
A tough acting Tinactin commercial on there because you guys like
Depends
to fund me
from
so
in.
much. Whatever it may be.
Would you eat a mushroom with me?
No.
What kind of mushrooms we talking,
Well,
deputy?
Yeah. Anyway, but the interactive commercial is big no because it's dumb. I don't like it. I don't. The marketing behind it is sparse at best because really, quite frankly, the people that are filling those out. Do you really want their opinion anyway?
Right.
Like not what you're looking for. And what was your other question? I got so burned up about that.
Josh gets wound up about his soapboxes. He gets them.
I think that was it.
No, there was another one.
Was there
Interactive
another one?
commercials, and you said, "Oh, the Moments of Zen."
Yeah, the Moments of Zen.
So I like them. They're cool as all get out. And there's one that's coming on
The
now.
bee coming on the flower.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. But there's one now with try the green noise. Do you like the brown noise? And the green noise soothes me for the 8 seconds that is on that TV. But here's my problem with the Moments of Zen, and I don't know if it's mine or if it's just how this works in general. We're like, oh, skip this ad for your moment of Zen. I was like, oh, okay, great. And it's just like this babbling brook. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I enjoy that. And then it's like another commercial. God damn it! Give me back to the show. Wait for the moment of Zen, and then go back into the show. Don't do moment of Zen me and then hit me with another commercial. Come on! I was here, and now you sit me back up here, and I'm mad about it. I'm 40. My blood pressure can't handle those kind of changes.
All right, I'm going to segue. You ready? Because you brought up a noise. Brown noise, white noise, black noise, brown noise, whatever.
Yep.
Do you sleep with the sound machine? Or does it have to be quiet?
Does fan count as a sound machine?
Yeah.
Then yes, I sleep with a sound machine.
You have to have the fan going.
Yes, 1,000% of the time. I've seriously considered taking a fan with me in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Because the last hotel room I stayed in, I'm pretty sure it was the last.
Did you have it blowing on you or just a sound?
Just the sound. I don't need it. I don't need it blowing on me. But I need the sound.
Mm-hmm.
My box fan, it just died. I came home the other day and it was really quiet in my house because it never shuts off. I can usually just hear it humming in the bedroom, and I was like, something doesn't feel right. I felt a disturbance.
The universe is amiss.
And so I walked in, and my fan, it sits right next to my bedroom door, and it's just kind of pointed out the door. It's not there for the breeze necessarily. It's there for the noise, and it wasn't running. And I was like, what the hell? I thought, well, maybe the dogs came through and unplugged it or something, and the plug was kind of hanging there, and I plugged it into the wall, and it didn't do anything. And I was like,
Did you cry a little bit?
so I'm kind of moving the switch around, and I'm shaking this thing, and dust is flying everywhere because it hasn't been turned off in 5 years, so of course this thing is kind of gross. And I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen? And I was like, where the hell am I going to find a box fan in December? Like, this is not going to be easy. Like,
Amazon.
But what am I going to do in the meantime?
He's got to sleep.
I'm freaking out. And then I was like, nope, hold on a minute. I walked down in the basement. Yes, sir. Found an old box fan that was 100 years old that I'd use the other one to replace it with because I knew that one was going to die eventually, and that thing just...
You have to spin it?
So
yeah,
this is
fired up.
This is the perfect
So
case.
it started until I could get a new one ordered.
It's a perfect case of saving something because you know you're eventually
Boy
going
math.
to need it. Little boy math right there.
Okay, I mean, maybe, but
Stretch.
to
A
be
little bit of
fair, the only
stretch,
reason
but-
I left that fan down there was because sometimes my basement gets a little water in it if it rains a lot, and I just
Fair
set that fan up to dry up the basement. So it was like more
like
of a
my
utility
story
type
Did
deal.
you really? I've had fans before where you've had to like
Yeah,
take the screen off and
I did. I literally I didn't take the screen off because I'm lazy, but I did stick a screwdriver in there and I kind of shot it around. And it started spinning. And it took off, but it was replaced shortly thereafter.
so I got a Alexa in our bedroom.
Yep.
My wife is not a fan because she thinks everybody's listening to us now.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are.
What do you think?
1000%.
Hey, you get the targeted
Your
ads.
phone does the same thing.
That's my
Yeah,
point.
yeah. I'm just
But
saying.
how many
like,
ads do you think we're going to see on our phones
yeah,
when we get done with
1000%.
this?
I have an Alexa in every room of my house.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
But so if you're like, hey Alexa, play white noise, she'll like loop and it'll play it all night.
It will, but I don't like that. I don't like that one.
Alright.
There's a thunderstorm on there that I really.
We've
dig.
had that one last
Yeah,
night.
I
Always
like
put
that
TV with sleep
Yeah.
timer on.
No,
Gotta be dark.
no.
Has to be dark.
Pitch black.
I cannot.
That's what my hoodie's for, gentlemen.
There was and my
Would you
parents
slip in my mask?
I don't like you talking ones just the regular mask or the ones that like massage you and
So
I don't. Whoa, what the?
So not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, we were at Sam's family's house, and they always did this thing where they would apparently do a bunch of Christmas shopping at the Dollar Tree, and so it was like random crap. Like just box after box, and it was kind of interesting. But it's like shower gel, and I got like bath salts, and I was like, whatever. And one of the things in there was a sleep
not
mask,
that kind.
and I was like, there is no way in hell that I will ever use this thing. Like, I'm not that kind of human being. And turns out, there was fast forward probably 3 or 4 months, and I was at home, and I had a migraine from hell. Like, I just couldn't get any relief, and I was like, I just wanted to sleep, and I couldn't do it. And I was like, my God, I can't. I have to block out every bit of light. Like, I went down to the basement, and I was like, still wasn't quite dark enough because the light was still coming down from upstairs. And I remembered this thing. I just thrown it in a bathroom drawer, and I was like, here we go. So I opened this bad boy up and I slapped that thing on and I was like, unconscious. And I was like, I'll be a son of a gun. I've never used it since, but it's nice to know that if I'm in a situation where I need something, that apparently works for me.
Did you use a sleep mask?
No. I've thought about it though because my curtains they're not up against it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have this one sliver. It's like, and it hits you right here, right in the eyeball.
So the brightest street light on the entire planet Earth is about 75 feet away from my bedroom window.
It is bright.
Just to the south.
I know what you're talking about.
There's not another light within 5 blocks of my house, right?
It doesn't
this
need
is
it.
the only one, and they replaced this thing with an LED light a few years ago because it used to be the halogen or whatever it was, and that was soft. It was bright, but it was at least soft.
Yeah, these
they
things
put
you
this
could land
LED
on an
thing in,
airplane.
and I'm kind of the same thing with you. Like there's a perfect slit in my curtains, and if I roll just right, it's like holy crap! Like I mean,
It got
it's like,
me.
I think it's
Get
daytime
you one of
now.
them office binders and just bind your curtains.
Yeah, it's like it's daylight
To the
out.
wood? No, so like my bed sits.
Oh, so your
my bed sits here, and I got a curtain.
okay, gotcha,
on the
gotcha.
side.
Yeah.
Command
Yeah.
strip.
But my parents can attest to this. I had a VCR when I was a kid.
That's
And
a tape
The
deck.
clock was so bright on it that
Yeah,
I
duct
literally had to
tape.
take electric
Duct
tape and
Yeah.
put over the top of it because I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
The thing that I've finally gotten used to is my TV has a red light when it's off. Which why in God's name does the light need to be on when the device is off? It bugs the shit out of me on everything that does that. I don't know why, but I've finally gotten used to that red light because it's somewhat dim. Like it's not piercing, but I don't understand why. When the device is off, I don't need that light on to tell me it's off. I can see that it's off.
See, I look at that and I was like, oh, thanks. You're still costing me money in my electric bill.
Oh, settle down,
I mean,
40-year-old
come on.
dad.
The 9 cents a year
Hey,
that light
that's
costs.
9 cents.
There's some change in my desk.
Yeah, I
I'll
appreciate you.
pay you out, but
With sleeping, like, it has to be that noise. Like, if I don't have any noise, I can't sleep because my ears ring. It just
yes.
irritates me.
So I think
It's so quiet, my ears ring.
I think I have. I think
Tinnitus,
I think
whatever.
everyone probably our age probably has tinnitus because we would spend more money on our car stereos than our cars were worth. Like that's the
buddy.
generation we were in, and I think that's probably very true. Like the ringing apparently is not normal. It's apparent. I don't know if you've seen these videos or these pictures of the side by sides of people, what people see at night with astigmatism and what people without one see.
I see that.
Good, I do too, and it's horrific. And I didn't realize until I was way later in life that not everybody sees these giant halos and things coming off of the lights and all that kind of stuff.
Stacy asked me the same thing. Don't you see this coming up? I'm like, no.
No, like
No,
people
I don't.
just.
Oh, that's not normal.
No, it's not normal.
And thankfully, mine's getting better as I get older. Your muscles aren't as tense and they relax a little bit, and so it corrects itself. So I've noticed over the last 5 or 6 years that me driving
Mine's
at
getting
night
worse.
is actually getting better. Like I don't see those halos and the starbursts and everything coming off as much, but it's just one of those things like.
Well, no.
Like the ringing in the ears, like I thought it was supposed to be a thing, and apparently no, like
that's
that's a
not-
condition that a lot of
that's
people in
not
the
a good
military and the infantry had because they fired rifles for their entire life. Like, oh crap! Apparently those
Oh, wait, we had
apparently those 12-inch kickers in the back of the Malibu was a bad idea. Yeah,
No,
talk about
no,
that.
it's not a bad
Talk
idea.
about that for a sec too. Things that and again, we're a couple decades removed from our youth.
If I could put a sound system in my truck right now, I would.
I wouldn't.
What are kids doing these days?
So some of them do.
Because you coach the high
Yeah,
school kids.
some of 'em- some
you
of 'em
have
got-
high school now graduates. You don't hear the thumping.
Some
much
of them got
anymore.
some up, bro. Some of them do, and a lot of them don't. And I'm very like I wouldn't do it now. Like the infotainment section in my vehicle has everything that I could ever want. The Bluetooth and the
much.
satellite radio and
Yeah.
all that other kind of stuff. I don't.
Talking about all this for hands-free for distracted
Tape
driving.
deck where
Yeah.
You make my
take the
vehicle.
CD head off and you can put it in your pocket when you went into the school.
My
that way it
first-
doesn't
Yeah,
fall
so it didn't get stolen.
My first CD player was a spring-loaded eject. I don't know if you guys
Yeah, buddy.
remember that thing, but if you hit
The
that eject
Dakota?
button hard, no, in the Malibu.
Yeah, the boo.
If you hit that,
I'm-
hit that spring-loaded
I'm
eject button hard
post-boom.
enough, it would literally shoot into the back
Would.
seat, scrape the shit out of a CD. But by God, that thing was amazing. Yes.
No, there's kids now that the subs are not what they used to. But in all fairness, how do you have a sub hit to music now compared to 90s, 2000s?
Well, that's the thing. Like some of the music now, like some of the bass.
Can you
that
imagine
they work
Cardi
with,
B to some of that?
like good.
wet ass.
Lord. Like I just can't. I
Doing
can't
it.
fathom. But it was something. It was I think more along the lines, more of like the loud music. It was a project that we could take ourselves at
Yeah.
16 years old.
Right.
I could run out to Walmart or I could drive over to Ottumwa and I could be like, oh man, I just built this sub box. It looked like
It's janky as all
it
get
was
out.
it was an abortion of a project, but like I built it and I stuck it in there because I still remember my first car. I had Jensen. Okay, I couldn't afford
Yeah.
Pioneer, so I had Jensen 6x9s. And I remember the back deck window. I was like, oh, the old speakers were supposed to come out of there. And I was like, man, these things are going to fit. They're going to sit right down there just perfect. And so I'm out there with like a saw cutting the wood on the back of this thing, only to realize that the metal frame underneath is made for like 5 1/4 and not 6x9s. And I'm like, well, screw
Damn it.
this. So I ran the wires up through that hole and just had the magnets and the 6x9
Yes.
set up against the
Yes.
back windshield. I was like, I don't know what else to do now. Like, I mean, it was a project that we could be proud of, and then we go up to the square and be like, oh, check these things out, and you crank up Big Willie style really, really
Yeah.
loud, and be like, oh, that's awesome, and then somebody else would drive around the square, and they'd be rattling windows. I'm like, God damn it. Now I gotta go back and find something else, and I gotta put
But it was
another in.
it was the one rattling the windows that Wayne Moore came up to square. Thought you
Right,
were that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
No, that's not mine's not that loud.
It's not that good.
No, Jensen, not Pioneer, Jensen.
There it is.
Yeah.
86 Chevy
Yeah.
Blazer. Go to Best Buy for Christmas. Mom was like, "What you want?" I'm like, "Oh." You pull into Best Buy, they're like, "We'll install it." I'm like,
Well,
"Oh,
I mean,
what is up
yeah.
with that?"
I mean, speaking of 76 Blazer, we had 14-inch outside of a movie theater.
I was gonna say
Playing-
Steve Kozak Blazer.
Playing Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round louder than it's ever been played
Yeah.
in history.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it was. I think it was a cool project that we could do. And quite frankly, back then, if you were driving in 1980 whatever, you could gut that thing apart,
Yeah.
put it all back together, no problem. I can't fathom going out into my 2018 Ram 1500 and trying to figure out how to remove body
Oh,
panels
shit.
to put subs into this thing. And I'm not paying somebody to do it because I grew up in the 90s, and that's something I could do, and I'm just not going to tackle the project.
Yeah.
Not going to do it. Plus, I still can't afford Pioneer. Still be Jensen.
You got grown-up money.
Still be Jensen because
Still be
I spend it
Jensen.
on other things. Now, I'm a big JBL guy now, like the in-home
Yeah.
speakers. Like I do have two
Even their portable
large.
speakers. I mean,
Yeah.
any of their from the little guy. I got one at work on my desk, and
I'm a big Polk
some of
Audio
those
guy. That's what my
football
home
ones.
theater is I got
Really?
2 Polk Audio 10-inch powered subs and the whole surrounds and everything. Yeah.
I
I moved my stereo system into the house. Is what
I have kids in high school, so whatever sound bar they didn't want anymore, that's what I put in my
That's what you
living
do.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of sound bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fan of
Huge
the
fan.
sound bars. Big fan of those. My dad's got one. It's a Bose one. It's about this big. Sounds great. It's Bose, man. It's supposed
Bose.
to
You
be good.
can't go wrong with Bose.
You remember the old Bose radios?
Yeah.
Like,
The wave radio.
yeah, the
like
wave
that
radio.
big,
Yeah.
looked like a toaster.
Yeah.
Type-
Sounded
yeah.
awesome. They were
Yeah.
like this big, but they were like $9,000 out of a catalog
Remember
back
the
then.
CD player and the stereo that you mounted under your counter, so when you're in the kitchen you could have
Mm-hmm.
radios.
Yes.
Do people still have like kitchen counter TVs? Is that still a thing?
No.
Remember
A lot of
like
people just-
13-inch. You would think it would be now because I can go to Walmart and buy like a 12-inch monitor and hook a Fire Stick up to it for like $8.
A lot of people, if we're in the kitchen, we just use our iPhones or iPads or something.
That's because everybody in the country nowadays is like this.
You know what I miss? I miss the Nokia.
Snake.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I
I
know.
mean, those phones, you remember we went fishing. I had it in my pocket.
It's the damnest thing for see.
And I don't want to bait a hook.
You think we're wearing that shirt?
No, probably. I did have a flannel on.
Hey, hey, that was a few pounds ago.
A few pounds ago.
20
Few
plus
years
years
ago.
ago. That's okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
So
They
yeah,
don't need to tell people that.
yeah,
Graduation.
yeah. Fell in the pond, fell right out of my pocket. Oh crap! There it goes. It was a year or 2 years later. Steve Brown had some Boy Scouts camping out there.
No, we were
it
hosting the Babe Ruth State Tournament.
Was
So
it-
he was hosting a
okay.
family for Babe Ruth
But
baseball
it
players.
was like a year or two after that.
It was 2 years later.
and they fished it out.
Yeah,
Damn
they were in
thing-
the pond
and it turned
swimming.
on.
Did it really?
It
Yeah,
turned
so-
on. It charged up.
I don't know if he had the multicolor like
Yeah,
rainbow
that
color
was so-
keyboards
that was so
and everything
cool.
on it. And I remember Steve called and he's like, "You're never gonna get." They found
Yeah.
my phone, and I think you said, "Hey, do you still have the battery for that?" And so we found the battery
Yeah.
and took a battery out there. Like, there's no way in hell this thing still works. He hands it to him, pops a new battery on that bad boy, and the keyboard starts lighting up
Yeah.
immediately. And we're like, "This thing has been underwater for 2 years."
I sneeze on an iPhone or a Samsung nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I mean, if you look
gotta
at
replace it.
if you look too quickly at an iPhone screen, it will
Oh, yeah.
crack.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not an iPhone
that's
guy.
that's all tech anymore. I mean, honestly.
I don't know, man. My Galaxy, I have just beaten the bejesus out of that thing, and I've had such good luck with it.
But everything it's all disposable now. You
It
know,
is.
from your tablets to your phones. Hell, even barbecue grills. I mean, it's a disposable society.
Don't you dare talk about a barbecue grill like that. It is a lifetime investment.
It depends
not.
on which one, but even
not.
your
It
Webbers,
is.
even your Webbers. I mean, just the quality's not there.
No, that okay.
Green
Mountain Grill.
I'll buy a new grill probably every 5 or 6 years. I mean, but I also
Are you doing
don't-
charcoal?
No, I switched to gas a long time ago.
You like to face meat, not the heat.
I love charcoal, man. I love charcoal.
I don't want to babysit my grill.
But that's my thing. Typically in my life, like if I feel like, man, I really want to grill a steak.
I want it now, not
I'm
5 hours.
Yes,
from now.
I'm not gonna spend the time to do all that.
You guys are the
crap.
start of the instant relief and instant
for
gratification.
sure, for sure.
We are. I mean, we are the geriatric millennials. You know, we're on that tail end.
He's
you know?
not wrong.
We've got the
He's not
We've got
wrong.
the dig in, get shit done attitude of the Gen Xers, but then we also have the.
But we also-
I really want this now of
Right.
You know, the millennials.
Yeah, we
You know,
were
so-
the internet people. I mean, let's be serious.
We're
Like,
the last generation to know a world without the internet, so we want
Right.
to solve the
I mean-
problems, but we want it now.
yeah, I was probably 17, 18 before we got internet in
Shit,
the
we were in
house.
high school when cell phones first came out.
Yeah, I mean, I
I didn't get my
remember,
first
I
phone till
remember,
after
I
school.
remember going into
Well, yeah, I
elementary
don't-
school with the computer lab, and they were like the green back screen, like Apple Macintosh, whatever screens. Like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
That's where I was going.
But
Died
that
of
was
dysentery.
but that was like middle school before we finally
Yeah.
got to that. We were playing like Where in
Yeah.
the World is Carmen San Diego on these old things,
Great
you know, and
game.
like that was the coolest thing ever.
I
And
want to go
now,
back. I miss those days.
and now I sit here and look. I mean, there's you can see my desk from here. There's 3 monitors. There's 2 computers sitting on that thing plus my cell phone. I mean, it's all.
The world is at your fingertips.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all right there, and I can get any information. There are downsides to that, whereas the world's at your fingertips, and sometimes it's really hard to let things go, like because
You get
it's
some
in
severe
your
FOMO,
face all the time.
fear of missing out.
Well, but just think of being a kid right now, and think about, oh my girlfriend broke up with me, and on every social media platform ever now there are pictures of her or of him and whatever.
You don't break up.
You never get over it. You never get a chance to be like, I'm done, I'm out, I'm going to go
Mm-hmm.
away. Like, you can't focus it. But on the flip side of that, if I'm sitting here and go, how many home runs did Babe Ruth hit in 1928? And I can just look it up, and I know it right now.
Right
I don't
there,
have to be
right
like,
there.
well, I guess I'll never know, or maybe the next time I'm at the library, I'll check out the Dewey Decimal System and figure out how to look
Read
that
your card
up.
catalog.
Like, I mean, there's drawbacks for that, but
I
I
want to
can't
ask my
tell
kid
you.
if he knows what a Dewey Decimal System is.
I know what it is. I couldn't tell you how to
use it.
Yeah. Sorry, Janelle, if you're watching. I apologize. But I mean, it's so nice because I've probably learned more over the last, say, 15 years with having that back to the BlackBerry days of that instant, like, well, I wonder what this is, and now I can just look it up. I can go to Google, I can look it up, and I can get the answer.
Right.
The problem is now there's so much information out there that you're not really 100% sure if you're looking at the correct answer or you're looking at BS.
Yeah.
Because depending on what you're looking up, especially if it's in the realm of politics or
Oh,
something like
God.
that, it's all complete crap.
If it's on the internet, it's true,
Yeah,
right? No.
But that's
for
all.
sure. For sure.
That is the last
Yes.
time you held politics on the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the
But
hard
that-
part. You
yeah.
have to separate it. But now, if I want to go find out, you know, I remember we were talking about.
How many Big Macs did the guy eat that set the world record?
Yeah, but I remember
I knew
a
that.
perfect example
Forgot.
was I was thinking about all the baseball, like pro baseball games I've been to, and I remember going to the first one with my dad, and I remember going down there, and it was in Kansas City, and they were playing the Cleveland Indians. And I was like, I counted back, and I was like, I think it was like 1994-ish, somewhere in there. And I remember it was like a Saturday afternoon, and so I was able to go back, and I was able to find that game.
Seriously?
This is the one that I went to, and then open it up and see the stats from that game, and like, yep, that's the one that I was there for. I mean, and you know, and be able to backtrack to that. I wouldn't have had that information, like, unless I was
Right.
the kid keeping score in the scorebook, and I somehow remembered it as a responsible teen, or would have kept that. I wouldn't have had that, but now it was kind of like a nostalgic moment going, well, that on July, whatever it was, 1994, I went to my first baseball game with my dad, and this is what happened.
Right.
Like, that's a cool thing to be able to go back and look at that I wouldn't have if it weren't for the instant gratification.
Sorry, children of mine, I did not take you to those.
It's too expensive to take a family.
Well, it is now. It wasn't in
Well,
1994. You could go up to the bank and get tickets from them on the square. I remember walking in there, and they're like, hey, we want tickets to this Royals game. And they opened a little plastic tub and tore them off, and they're like, here you go. It's like 11 cents. I don't remember how much it was, but I
11
remember
cents and 2 shekels.
yeah, I mean, here's a hay penny and some wheat. Here, go on. You know, like, but it was a simpler time.
Note to self to Banks. We would enjoy that back.
Yeah, no joke, right?
You used to get your Adventureland tickets.
Yeah, God, I've been there forever.
Yeah, they stopped that one because we used to sell them.
Yeah, we know.
And the ownership,
Yeah,
they don't do those
we're gonna
anymore.
have to do one of these from Adventureland.
Let's go.
This year.
So, with that, like obviously,
I'll be across
we're
the street.
new show, new trying things. So, you're gonna see us doing a lot of weird things.
Yeah, it's not going to be this every week or
We're gonna-
it's
it might
gonna It could be.
But we're gonna take it on the road. We're gonna see what we can do. Come up with some great things.
And some not so great things.
So, 40-year-old guys talking around, seeing what life is, taking things in. Subscribe, like us, follow us.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You're going to see us on what platforms?
Make sure you check us out. Of course, you're going to see this whole video on YouTube. You can check us out on TikTok and on Instagram. Just Joshin with Derek.
What about MySpace?
We'll link all
Can-
that.
can we get on MySpace?
I don't think we're going to have MySpace.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tom, we need you.
Tom sold that for a buttload of money. And
I think
Wish them
MySpace
well.
is like music now. Maybe we can start a song and dance.
That's Napster.
and Get on there. That's a next week conversation.
Napster and LimeWire. All right, that's going to do it for the first episode of Just Joshin with Derek. We started talking about New Year's resolutions, and I don't know how
We ended up on Napster.
Yeah,
That was the last word.
I don't know.
This is going to be the great part. It's no script.
Yeah.
Just us. What you would recommend, what you see you and your friends talking about, that's what we are.
Yeah.
3 friends from many, many moons.
Shoot some comments. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to talk about?
This is not Jackass. We're not doing weird shit.
No.
Maybe a little weird shit. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, check us out on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Talkie Tick out.